EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the magnificent city of Atlanta. Used to be the terminus of the Western and Atlantic Railroad here. That's why they still sound the train horn inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Denver Broncos and the Atlanta Falcons. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Jason Sanders has us ready for the start. And we are underway here in Atlanta. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
Well, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down. First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line. A run once more. That's Harvey. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They face second down and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Back to throw is Nix. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch, and now fourth down. Joey Slye comes on. They'll try the field goal here. That one is good. And the Broncos will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
The Falcons set to take over here on offense. And taking the snaps, quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
You just very rarely see the type of performance we did last week, where just one player is so much better than everyone else on the field. I mean, yes, he throws for all those touchdowns, but then at the same time, he's able to protect the ball. I mean, he is just operating at a completely different level, and I'm not sure what he has in store today, but I'm certainly excited to see.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Oh, it's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. McNamara in formation. Get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. The Broncos offense ready to see the football for the second time. The field goal on the opening drive took the early lead. See if they can improve on that here. 3-0 our score as we begin 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. Not much there, maybe a yard. From the 33, here's 2nd and 9. Nick's going to keep it on the zone read.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
That's complete. Taken in by Franklin. And it will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A pickup of 21 on that connection. 1st down, Broncos.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. He's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll throw. It's Nix. And on 3rd down, that ball's incomplete.
The thing is, the offense comes to the sideline now. The quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
He pushed it. No good. That is wide to the right. And this will stay a 3-point game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other... ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
That's quickly out to Williams. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So just a lone field goal in the 1st quarter of play. It's the Broncos with the early lead. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. Moving to his right. They've got it 2nd down and 6 to begin. 10 yards on the scramble there. And he picks up the 1st down. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
70 Timberwolves. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it quickly to the outside and complete. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They'll throw out of the gun. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. A gain there of 15. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
1st and 10.
19, 18.
Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled 1st half continues.
Buffalo 8. Here we go.
They'll look to throw yet again. throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So
that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by John A. Barron. And he's going to be taken down, but there are 1, 2, 3 flags on the field. I don't think this is going to stand.
Automatic first down.
Ready?
So now then, first and goal from the 1.
Here we go. Here we go. Panther 60.
Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcon touchdown. Sanders on for the point after. It's up and through. And the Falcons move out to a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They're going to settle for field goal attempts on these first 2 drives. A make and a miss. So they'll go to work here on their 3rd drive. On first down, here's Nix to throw. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
On the give, it's Harvey. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. Fought through that first contact. It'll bring up second down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing is Nix. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Troy Franklin, the intended target. And 3rd down coming up. Here's Nix to throw. That's taken in. It's R.J. Harvey. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped. And that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. The Falcons offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. To show off his ability to run with the football when the situation calls for it, he is the NFL's leader in rush yards at the quarterback position. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
76. Ready?
The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6 out to the 26-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Let's go now. 70 Lions.
They'll look to throw. Going for it all. He's got it! And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
At the 23-yard line.
Bronco 80. Mustang 19.
Back to throw. Going left side. And it's taken in by Williams. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 14-yard line.
7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment.
On the ready.
A good spot here. 2nd and a yard.
Ready. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
He'll look to throw. The throw here is complete. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
1st and goal.
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
Ready. 18 Cardinal. 18 ready.
They'll look to throw again. And he's in. Touchdown, Falcon. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Falcons extend their advantage to 14-3.
Broncos 3. Jason
After the
Sanders
touchdown,
set to
Myers
kick
is back to boot this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and
Throw it. Nix. To the outside. Hauled in by Sutton. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds. And he stopped the clock as well.
1st down.
Now Nick's going to look to throw. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
2nd down.
36
Nix. That's caught by Harvey. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They get 25 on that connection. Good for a Denver 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Straight ahead goes Harvey. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd. As clock stopped, 50 seconds to play until halftime.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down. The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? Back to throw is Nix. Got it with Smith and Jigba. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
That's good for a Broncos.
They'll throw. It's Nix. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hanson, our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. We're officially on to the second half of the season, Week 10. The playoff race starting to faintly take shape. Let's get into it. Our tour of the NFL starts now. It begins out west. Southern California is where we find the Chargers at home to take on the Jaguars. And this is the Jacksonville tight end. He's going to haul it in middle of the field, and from there, it's a foot race, and they won't catch him. And when it's all said and done, that's an 80-yard catch and run for the touchdown. Why don't we move on now and check in on another big mid-season matchup.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Falcons offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a tough all season long, as reflected in those numbers that you see there.
Let's go now. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going up top. And that is incomplete.
So something they teach these defenders, and especially in the secondary, Mike, is to trust your eyes. Don't panic. Don't overcommit until you see where that ball is being thrown. And it's a great example here of the defender just trusting those eyes and breaking on the ball, and he almost comes away with a pick. They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. That's incomplete. Fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. To the left side, into the hands of Franklin. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Got to throw it here on first down. We'll get that complete to Franklin. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. Taking off, and he will get into the end zone. Bo Nix. Touchdown, Denver. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often
the pass rush gets home and he goes down.
So they decided to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
But dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to take over once again. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Hurt. Cut 19, cut. Ready.
Now they'll set up to throw. Rolling right. He's going to keep it himself. And he is out of bounds. Can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
Okay, ready.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took that ball way too much time to get to the open receiver, and when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball, and he's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction.
He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success. Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches.
Let's go now. 18 caught.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he will get into the end zone. John Robinson, touchdown Atlanta. 2 touchdowns for him in the game, and 60 on the year.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready for this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Malik Harrison, they're on the play.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Nix. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
First down. It's a gain of 10.
RPO, a quick hit to Smith and Jigba. There's no chance to turn and you go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd down. And 7 yards to go.
Here's Nix to throw. He's got his tight end. That's a Okonkwo. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
3 yards.
Plenty of room after that catch. Big gainer of 23.
At the 35-yard line.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's third down.
Nix from the gun on third down. Back over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Broncos first down. A gain of 7.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10. On the zone read, this is Nix. And he'll hit the deck here. Remember, that mark comes at the start of the slide. So only a gain of about a yard. From the 23, here's second and 9. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line. To throw is Nix. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
It looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance. Trailing here in the 4th. They will turn it over on down.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown. And defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
Come on.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Going left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 4. Back to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Well, Mike, sometimes we try to make NFL football a lot harder than it is. When you have a reliable target like this, and he just continues to get open, and you realize the defense simply can't cover him, there's no reason to look anywhere else. Not only has he put together a tremendous game statistically, but he's just been flat out dominant.
2nd and inches.
19 tight. 19.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That is brought in. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line. It is a big play there for the Falcons. 45 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that real...
That is caught side of the end zone. Down Falcons. What a year. That is touchdown number 22 on the season. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Falcons will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Now Myers is back to boot this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and Jackson Smith and Jigba ready to get back to work. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. And it'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup.
From the shotgun, here's Nick. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. This is 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Nix. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Ready?
On 1st down is Robinson. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
Down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
Patrick 60.
He'll look to throw. There's Pat Managan. Another pass. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the 1st down.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Ready?
Here's a designed run. And he will take it in himself. Touchdown Atlanta. Now Sanders on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Falcons are going to extend their lead.
Falcons 35, Broncos 9.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Here's Harvey. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 16 yards on the game. And a quick 1st down.
Broncos 1st down. A gain of 16 yards.
A 1st down throw for Nix. Short one there to Okonkwo.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
The RPO, that one is complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing. Nix. That's caught by Harvey. And they'll take this down inside the 35. So it's a win here for the Falcons. Their winning ways continue. They've yet to be stopped as they remain unbeaten in the month of November.